The Heat are finally back on top, winning their 6th title in 7 years and giving LeBron a chance to finally surpass Michael Jordan by picking up ring number 7. It's not going to be easy, though, as the entire league is once again on notice, with everyone wanting a shot to topple the Dynasty in Miami once and for all. DRose has been on a rampage all year, winning MVP with arguably the best supporting cast in the league. With Blake Griffin and Victor Oladipo joining forces with Rose, Noah, and Butler, the Bulls look like they finally have what it takes to get past LeBron and the Heat. In order to do it, though, they'll need to win Game 7 in Miami. And LeBron has made it clear that he will do everything in his power to secure that all-important 7th ring.
In order to be the best, you have to prove that you can beat the best. We have to let the new look Big Three in Chicago know that we're on a mission.
As the playoffs continue, the action intensifies. 8 teams eliminated, and now the true contenders begin to emerge. Nothing can be taken for granted, and those not ready for the next level will be the next to go. This is round 2 of the NBA playoffs.
We are in Miami for another playoff clash between the Heat and the Bulls. This time, the backdrop is a Game 7 contest in the Eastern Conference semifinal. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan, alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Doris Burke will be joining us from the sideline. Is this finally the time, guys, that the Bulls get the better of the Miami Heat?
It just might be. Yeah, they've met each other so many times in the playoffs, ever since LeBron has joined the Heat. And each time the Heat have found a way to get the upper hand on Rose and the Bulls. But I think this is the best Bulls team that Miami has ever faced.
The additions of Blake Griffin and Victor Oladipo certainly have put the Bulls into another level in terms of team talent. But ultimately, Hey, guys, you get the feeling that this will come down to who has the better games between Rose and LeBron.
Absolutely. Rose went on a tear this year, winning a second MVP award. And LeBron, of course, a multiple MVP award winner. Not often you get two multiple MVP players meeting in a Game 7. And the only thing we can be sure of is that neither of them will concede an inch throughout the 4 quarters of this game.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Jimmy Butler. Oladipo is out there with DRose. Then there's Griffin, and it's Noah in at center. And for the Heat, LeBron James and Chris Bosh holding down those forward positions. Brandon Knight is out there with McLemore. And it's Oden in at the center position. Now here's Griffin after the miss from Oladipo. Outside Rose. Butler defended by McLemore. Noah kicks to Griffin. 6 to shoot. Griffin draws the double. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Goes up again. Misses off the right iron.
Well, you knew that when Griffin and Oladipo joined the Chicago team, they had a chance to be special. And they really have been nothing short of special all season long. There isn't anything this group can't do on a basketball court when they're all healthy and flowing together.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
LeBron passes to McLemore. Back to LeBron. Defended by Butler. Goes up on the block, and that one comes up a bit short. And back to Chicago, Steve, and the additions they made, bringing in Blake and Oladipo really was a move made with the goal of getting by the Heat.
Absolutely. They have a collection of defensive wings to slow up LeBron now, and the athleticism that Rose and Griffin share means that they can play up-tempo with anyone if they need to. All season long, they've rarely shown any weaknesses.
Here's Knight, following the basket by Blake Griffin. Knight dishes to LeBron. He feeds it to Oden. Good.
Well done, finishing that one off.
The Bulls have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Rose kicks to Oladipo. It's a big high bounce and goes in.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Now here's Bosh. Kicks it to Oden. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Well, the number one priority for a defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong. As a finisher.
And you know what else, Steve? Watching him run the pick and roll is like watching poetry in motion. I mean, this guy has that basic play down pat. He's unstoppable when he runs it.
You look at the wing tandem for the Bulls, Oladipo and Jimmy Butler. Those are two of the most rugged, in-your-face, tough defenders in the league, and it's a big reason why this series has gone to 7 games. They've been difference makers.
Griffin with the steal. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Touching back, Steve, on what you said, Chicago has given both Oladipo and Butler turns on LeBron in this series, and you would have to think that the varying looks have done a pretty good job of it.
Yeah, you're not going to stop it. Putting an elite defender on him can slow him down a bit and limit his efficiency. And the ability to rotate those guys onto him means different looks and fresh legs. So I think they've done about as well as you possibly could hope for in limiting him offensively.
LeBron outside. Gives him the lead pass. The dive for the ball. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. Ben McLemore on top. 4th, DRose.
I'll tell you what, whether it's been attacking off the dribble or pulling up, both of these guys have really been lighting it up in the playoffs.
LeBron kicks to McLemore. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. McLemore's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Oladipo with the ball. Outside Griffin. Shot from 12. Here's Noah. Miami grabs the miss. Come into this one after winning on Tuesday.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. The guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve. The kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
Gets it to go.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Now here's Rose.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Blake Griffin. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Oladipo. And it's Marcus Teague in for DRose. Now here's Gibson. Back to Teague. Shot clock at 6. Rejected by Aminu. Here's Cole. He dishes it to Jenkins. Aminu. Here's LeBron. Can't hit the reverse layup.
Yeah, trying to put a little mustard on the hot dog there. That was just convert the shot. Come on.
Crawford passes to Teague. Passes it to Gibson. AC on him. Gibson dishes to Butler. Drills it from outside. Butler's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Cole. Teague covering. And Cole kicks to AC. To the middle. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Heat shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And the first one drops. And so he hits both. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Knocked away. Teague, the pass to Butler. Back to Teague. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
LeBron with a screen on Crawford. Cole dishes to Aminu. LeBron sets the screen for Aminu to the inside. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. 7 points for LeBron.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Heat lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Here we go, back with the second quarter of action on the way.
And you get the feeling that the first quarter was kind of just setting the stage for LeBron and Rose and what they might do the rest of the way. I mean, both these guys have taken over games so often during their careers, and you know they're going to do everything they can to try to help their team advance to the next round. It seems that every year the Heat and Bulls meet in the playoffs. Ever since the start of the Big Three, way back before Wade retired a few years ago, Rose and LeBron seem to cross paths coming out of the East every single year.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
A lot of noise coming from these fans. Pretty unhappy with that call.
Well, you know, we've got a lot of amateur officials in the crowd, and not one of them liked it.
Taking a look at the Bulls, Taj Gibson is out there with JaVale McGee. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Crawford. And it's Teague in at the 1 spot. Now, here's Aminu. He's... had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. You know, Steve, you go back to all the times these teams have played in their current form. It's never been an easy series for one team or another, and we really can't be surprised, can we, that it's come down to this Game 7.
Yeah, maybe even a little animosity between these teams. A little bit of chippiness can be expected whenever they get together. They say familiarity breeds contempt, and the Bulls and Heat have had a lot of chances to get to know each other, that's for sure.
LeBron kicks to Cole. To the paint. The kick out to LeBron. And another basket for Miami.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Teague kicks to McGee. The hook. That misses off the backboard.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
Here's Cole. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul him, and free throws are better than a layup.
First trip to the line for him here. And the first one at the line is good. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Bulls. And both free throws good for Cole. Here's Crawford. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Now the dish to Teague. Outside Butler. Butler off a pick from Crawford. Teague. He's covered by Aminu. Teague, the pass to Butler. Clock at 6. Griffin draws the double. Looking to end the run, and Butler gets it to go on the assist by Griffin. 6 points for Butler.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Shots good by Jenkins.
Well, with him, what immediately comes to mind is the long-range shooting. I mean, he can knock down shots from anywhere, and of course that forces the defense to locate him at all times.
And another thing about his game that's really noticeable is how well he handles defensive pressure when he's getting his shot off. He's a very composed shooter.
And here's Griffin following the 3 from John Jenkins. Here's McGee. Cole with the rebound. The Heat leading by 7. Feeds it to Aminu. Pass to Jenkins. He kicks to Oden. The Heat need to get a shot off. 17-foot shot on the way. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, that was kind of clumsy looking. He was not going to get away with that.
Climbed all over. like he was on the ladder. I mean, that's an easy over-the-back call there.
The Bulls making a switch here. Noah's checked in.
All year long, DRose has just been on another level when it comes to his play on the court. It's crazy to think that he had to bounce back from ACL surgery all those years ago. Right now, he looks as if he never missed a step.
Abs checked in for John Jenkins. Crawford dishes to Rose. Pass to Griffin. Back to Rose. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And while we have a chance, let's now take a look at the NBA's season assist leaders. Derrick Rose is second. The fourth spot held by Ben McLemore.
Now, it seems like these two guys are almost in a little personal competition to see who can finish the playoffs with more assists.
The Heat leading by 7. There's the pass to Johnson. And he dunks it down.
Went to the windmill. Dunk to turn this place on its ear. I love it.
Yeah, this crowd is stunned.
And they should be, Kevin. That was one elaborate finish.
Well, Steve, going back to Rose, he was clearly on a mission this year as he seemed reinvigorated by the additions the Bulls made as he was able to add another MVP trophy to his case.
Well, I think he saw that with this roster, they had a real chance to make a deep run in the playoffs, maybe even go to the finals. But the Heat have always been Rose's nemesis, and this is going to be his toughest test yet.
Now here's Johnson, following the miss by Derrick Rose.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
Back to Noah. The feed now to Butler. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And it's Rose missing. Crawford with the ball. Now guarded by Crab. Crawford outside. Butler on the wing. He passes to Griffin. They need this one. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Heat.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, and the fact that they're playing well, close to the hoop, finding points in the paint, they've got it all going tonight.
That free throw good from Griffin. And the Bulls making a change here. Oladipo's checked in. Both free throws good from Griffin. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there. And now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something to change out there.
And some changes here for the Heat. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Oden. Bosh comes in for Aminu. And it's LeBron in for Norris Cole. Now here's LeBron. He's got 9. Crab kicks to Bosh. Right side Bosh. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And finished off by LeBron.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Here is Rose. Following the basket by LeBron James. LeBron with the block. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. "36 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And they get it back. Crawford kicks to Oladipo. Johnson over to help. And the Bulls with another miss.
I'm not sure about that shot, guys. The defense really all over.
This is to LeBron. Working on Rose. LeBron kicks to Perkins. He feeds it to Bosh. Again, the Heat good for two.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Rose with the ball. Fires it up. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that does it for the first half of play. It's the Heat up by 11. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Tense moments here in the deciding game of round 2. Let's break down the first half on 2K Sports. Out at American Airlines Arena, it's the Heat in front against Chicago. They're looking to come out of this back-and-forth series. We'll see who can handle the pressure the best in Game 7. And LeBron having no problems as expected, scoring at will against Chicago. He has 11 points and some nice plays offensively, getting the assists going. On the other side, the Bulls haven't been terrific. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. A rough first half for DRose. Not many positives for him so far, just one bucket from the floor. Thanks so much for joining me here in studio. Second half action is coming right up. We hope you enjoy the rest of the game.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the third quarter of play just around the corner.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what changes Spoelstra and Thibodeau choose to make here. Both coaches known for the defensive adjustments. And remember, for Spoelstra, LeBron periodically has guarded Rose down the stretch of games. We'll see if he goes back to that tactic here in the second half.
Chicago with the ball. 11-point game.
One thing that's really impressed me over the years with Miami is how they've been able to keep their core intact. The only major losses have been to retirement. They've been able to keep their star players in the fold and bring in quality role players to round out the roster.
Bron and Bosh are the 3 and the 4. McLemore is out there with Brandon Knight. And it's Oden in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Well, Steve, going back to what you said about Miami's core, LeBron and Bosh now playing together for almost a decade. They know each other so well.
And it's not just them. Oden has been a part of the group for so long now, and Norris Cole's still a reliable factor for them off the bench. A lot of teams have had plenty of shakeups trying to match the Heat, but Miami has basically stood pat and made the most of this group.
Rose drops them both. The Heat leading by 9. And here's McLemore. Oden kicks to Knight. He dishes it to LeBron. Passes to Bosh. Into Greg Oden. The kick out to LeBron. And there's the 3-second violation. Bulls trail by 9. Outside Rose. Back to Butler. Kicks to Griffin. Noah trying to get open. Griffin's shot is good. Griffin's got 7 points in the game.
Well, it started way back in 2013 with the Heat getting the best of the Spurs in that NBA Finals Game 7. But it seems every year LeBron is involved in a Game 7 at some point in the playoffs. To his credit, more often than not, he's come out of it a winner.
Rejected by McLemore. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. These players can flat out shoot the rock. The 2K leaderboard shows us the top three-point shooters in the playoffs. You look at Butler, he's absolutely deadly from outside.
Well, you know, the three-point shot, Kevin, can be a game-changing play. I mean, I've seen games become blowouts and blowouts become close thanks to the three-point shot. It's a huge asset, and these guys capitalize on it big time.
As you said, Steve, LeBron has played in a ton of Game 7s at this point in his career, and really, you have to think that it doesn't even affect him anymore.
Yeah, if any impact, it's a positive one. The experience, confidence, and at the same time, understanding of the effort needed to win in these big moments. I think that's what gives Miami perhaps an advantage in being maybe the more cool-headed team on the floor.
And the Heat call time here.
You know, he understandably doesn't like what's going on out there, and that's why he wants to talk things over during this timeout.
I think this is a good time to call a timeout. They just need to hit pause for a second and then reset as well.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Aminu. He's checked in for Oden. Orlando Johnson comes in for McLemore. And it's Norris Cole in for Brandon Knight.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin also.
Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Hit his leg, and it's whistled a kick. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Johnson gets the bucket.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
Bulls trail by 4. Oladipo with the ball. Aminu covering. Griffin passes to Noah. That's good. Noah's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to do it and claw their way back in.
And they fed off their defense just as much as their offense in putting this run together.
Shot's good. And that's 13 points for LeBron.
Such an aggressive attitude he has. No invitation needed for him to take it strong to the basket.
It's stolen by Aminu. The dish to Cole. Leads him in there. Bosh kicks to Johnson. LeBron gets the screen from Bosh. And slam dunk by Johnson. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Aminu kicks to LeBron. Feeds to Cole. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Johnson. Pass to Cole. LeBron outside. Dishes to Cole. Those three-pointers off the mark. Bulls trail by 6. And it's Rose penetrating. Hangs in the air. And can't hit the shot. But they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The free throw drops for Rose. Bulls making a switch here. And Rose drops them both.
100% free throw shooting this half, guys.
Efficiency is so crucial when you're trying to overcome a deficit, Steve.
Now, here's Aminu. There's McLemore. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. One of those guys who, if you give him an inch, that's all it takes. He will let it fly and frequently knock down that shot.
And I don't think we can talk about him without also mentioning his tendency to just erupt and string together a bunch of baskets in a row in a real short period of time.
Heat leading by 6. LeBron with him. Noah picks him up. A minute 42 left to play here in the third. 6 on the shot clock. LeBron dishes to Oden. He kicks it to Aminu. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Noah's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Rose passes to Crawford. The kick outside to Butler. Good on the triple. Butler's got 9.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Timeout called the Heat.
Well, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. He may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan, and pick now is the time to address it. I don't have a problem.
The Bulls making a switch here. 1:12 left here in the third quarter. Now here's LeBron. He's got 13. Pass to Jenkins. Back to LeBron. Now the pass to Perkins. Just 5 on the clock. There's McLemore, and he makes the 8-footer. McLemore's got 4 points in the quarter.
You love for any trip down the floor to end with a shot like that.
Crawford kicks to Rose. Gibson setting the pick for Rose. The feed to Griffin. Working on James. Tries from 16. Gets it to go. And that's 11 points for Blake Griffin.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
And they'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Exactly. No need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter.
Miami's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Shot from 12. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Jenkins. 15 points for LeBron.
I'll tell you what, he's made more than a few of those in his career.
Here's Rose, and it's blocked by Cole. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Heat lead by 3. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Fourth quarter in this Game 7 coming up in just a moment.
And with the history between these two teams, things could get a little physical in this final quarter. We've seen instances of hard fouls and heated words in the past, but it's all about discipline, playing good, tough playoff basketball. And, of course, you don't want to do anything to give away a point or two on a technical or maybe a flagrant foul, so you've got to be smart here.
All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Bulls. Inside, Gibson and Noah. DRose is out there with Oladipo. And it's Butler in at the small forward. Now here's Noah. He passes to Oladipo. Back to Noah. He's against Oden. Noah dishes to Rose. Another one falls for Chicago.
One thing that we've seen from this series is that the Eastern Conference is no longer as clear-cut a hierarchy as it once was. The Heat had come out of the East every year but won in the last 9 seasons. But the way the rest of the conference has improved may have caught up to them.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Oladipo, the pass to Rose. He feeds it to Butler. Back to Rose. On the high post. Second chance effort. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The first free throw is good. And that lone misstep, Steve, you mentioned was when the Pistons came out of the East 2 seasons ago. But as you've said, the Heat struggling more and more in the early rounds of the playoffs.
But to come out of the East 8 times in 9 years is an incredible accomplishment. They'll have to fight for one more as this game is still in question. But win or lose, that's just an incredible stretch of domination by this Miami Heat franchise.
Left side, Bosh. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Throws it up high, and LeBron throws it down. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Heat.
Boy, they're hounding, harassing effort to the defense. Man, very impressive, and they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
You also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, as they've challenged virtually every shot in the paint.
And stolen by Knight. Down low, and finished off by LeBron.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
And stolen by Knight. LeBron James on the wing. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition. The Heat looking to press their advantage here in the fourth quarter. Even assuming they are able to advance to the conference finals, you have to wonder just how much of a toll this series has taken on them. The Heat don't have the same young legs they once did, and it has been a long, difficult series.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Chicago. Bulls trail by 9. Tries to save it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Heat on D. Here's Butler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And that's now 11 points for Butler. Steve, as you said, the Heat look like they've come out of this, but they won't have much time and much rest before the next series, and they'll be, I think, a lot of people feel, at a big disadvantage.
Lack of rest, and I think just the physicality of the series, too, guys. Everyone on the Bulls, from Noah to the wings, they all play aggressive D. They'll bump you nonstop all game, and you know what? Over the course of 7 games, that can wear you down.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Knight kicks to Bosh. Heat moving the ball around. He dishes it to Knight. LeBron. Pass to Oden. Back to LeBron. Feeds it to Knight. Drops in the tray. And the Heat lead. By 10.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And let's get... this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Tom Thibodeau had some words for his team in that last huddle. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
Now here's Noah. Outside Rose. 6 to shoot. Crawford. Feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. And I think they came out with some tired legs to start. But they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged.
Knight against Crawford. Kicks it out to LeBron. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
LeBron with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Johnson dishes to Bosh. Johnson defended by Butler. LeBron drives in. Knight. Inside to Bosh. Shot from 6. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Oladipo, he's checked in for Chicago. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 10. 1:35 left in the fourth.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there. And now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something to change out there.
Aminu, he's checked in for Greg Oden. LeBron against Rose. Butler on the wing. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. And Griffin backs in. No good. Now the Heat take it the other way. Kicks it to Knight. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. LeBron passes to Bosh. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. .106 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Johnson off the pick from Aminu. Just 5 to shoot. The dish now to LeBron. Knight on the wing. Back to LeBron. On the wing, Johnson. LeBron up top. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. JaVale McGee's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Blake Griffin. Thomas checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Marcus Teague in for Derrick Rose. Doubled by Knight. Pass to Gibson. All alone. No good off the back of the rim.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range. I like the call. I thought the defense was moving him.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 10. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. And some changes here for the Heat. Greg Oden, he's checked in for Bosh. Quincy Ace has come in for Aminu. And McLemore subbed in for Brandon Knight. Now here's Teague. Oladipo, defended by McLemore. And Gibson kicks to McGee. And it's good.
Yeah, they're going to need some help there defensively. That matchup is going to be a tough one to deal with.
They get a hand on it.
Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
Dishes it to Oladipo. 3-pointer. No luck. And here's LeBron outside. Misses there. And so the Miami Heat have won the series.
Well, the Heat were able to escape what might end up being one of their toughest matchups in the postseason this year. You have to hand it to the Bulls, Alex, because they pushed this Miami club to the limit. And the Heat, well, they've got their work cut out for them next round.
Indeed, they will. Well, that'll do it for us here in Miami. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching our coverage, and we'll see you in the next round for the Eastern Conference Finals.
sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. I ain't happy, I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on.
Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Now, time for me is nothing cause I'm counting no A's. Nah, I couldn't be there. Nah, you shouldn't be scared. I'm good at repairs and I'm under each snare. Intangible. Bet you didn't think, so I command you to. Panoramic view. Look, I'll make it all manageable. Pick and choose, sit and lose. All you different crews. Chicks and dudes who you think is really kicking tunes. Picture you getting down in a picture tube. Like you lit the fuse. You think it's fictional, mystical, maybe spiritual.